Hi everyone, I'm Tam, and we are back with another spurious dish. Today I'm going to try to make some bacon spring rolls. I have about 2 pounds of bacon. I'll use only half of this, so only about 1 pound of bacon. Will be used pork belly, aka pork belly. I have some very giant banjang, which is like a rice paper. The reason why I bought these bigger ones is because it's harder to mess up. So you can choose whatever size you want, you know, and also you can fit more stuff into the bigger one versus the smaller one. I have a bunch of veggies here: mushroom, Persian cucumber. Doesn't matter the type, just cucumber. Has a nice fresh cleansing like a taste when you bite into it. Some rice noodles, so to add some filling, you know. Garlic. These are just lettuces. Doesn't matter the kind. The darker one looks a bit nicer in terms of like I guess presentation. I have some basil here to add a nice minty flavor. The basil leaf when you chew into it, it gives you a nice minty flavor, like toothpaste kind of. So it kind of cleanses the entire experience. I have some soy sauce, some fish sauce here, and also some chili. So the the plan is to thinly slice these half a pound thinly slice 1 pound of bacon. So very thin, like about maybe like 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch max. Thinly slice them, and then once I thinly slice them, we can then put them into the pan as is. We're going to cook this without any oil because the pork belly will release the oil as you cook it. The fat from the oil will release, and we'll cook it to like low to medium so that one, the fat can release slowly and gently, and two, it can brown and become nice and crispy. So once that's done, I'll put the crispy bacon to the side, and then we just have the kind of like fatty oil grease, which I will add the mushroom and the garlic. The garlic I'll slice I'll mince up very nicely, so like very small cubes, and cubes will probably taste a bit better in terms of like texture than the slices. So small cubes, and the mushrooms I'll slice very thinly along the long side. So slices of like 1/8 of an inch. Similar to the bacon here. So those will go in there, and just cook until both the mushroom and the garlic is kind of like a bit kind of charred / fried. So the mushroom releases the umami flavor, the kind of earthy ground flavor. The garlic adds a bit of spice and kick to it, and then when those are done, I'll add in a bit of like a soy sauce. So the soy sauce should further draw out and enhance the umami flavor. I may add the soy sauce at the same time as well. We'll see. So that's the plan. So you have a nice mushroom, garlic, bacon oil, soy sauce, kind of like sauce plus like veggie combination. And once that's done, I'll start on these, which is just like boiling. These are just rice noodles, vermicillion. It's a very kind of thin, easy to eat noodles. So the one I have right now just takes about 5 minutes to kind of boil. So once those are boiled, you just take those out. I'll probably do that at the same time as I do the bacon. Get out of the way. Boil it, put it on a plate, and in terms of the dipping sauce, we're going with the fish sauce here. I'll put some fish sauce, maybe like one tablespoon, plus the probably 1 tablespoon, and then probably add in like another tablespoon of water because it's so strong, you know, condensed. So we'll add a bit of water to like make it less strong. And then we'll add in like our chili paste so that mix it all up. It has a nice kind of like fire behind the sauce. And banjang, you just soak in water for like a couple seconds, pull it out, and then you just start rolling it up. So that's the entire process. So I'll come back when the bacon is thinly sliced, as well as these veggies. For the cucumbers, I'll peel them and then kind of like slice them like the long side. And yeah, so I'll come back when I have all that done. All right, and now here we are. The mushrooms are nicely thin, about like 1/8 of an inch, very thin. Same thing for the garlic is very nicely minced. So like very small cubes, you know, minced like this. At least I try to mince them anyway, like that. I have about half of the rice vermicelli noodles, so about 14 ounces. That's probably way too much, honestly. We'll see. I have sliced the cucumbers, peeled and sliced them, about like 3 inches long, roughly. The lettuce is washed and cleaned. The roots are cut off. The basil is also washed, so it's ready to use. The dipping sauce is here. It's about 1 tablespoon of fish sauce plus 1 tablespoon of like regular water, equal parts, and about like probably half in terms of like the chili. So yeah. The only thing missing from the sauce is something like citrusy, like lime or something like that. And the sauce is basically perfect, but I don't have any lime right now, so it's kind of what it is. It's like not there yet. You need a bit of like citrus flavor to it to actually complete the dipping sauce. That's fine. Oh, be careful when you're chopping. You know, some parts are not good. For example, these mushrooms are kind of like molding. Just toss them away. Better safe than like sorry later on. And for the pork belly, I slice it up about 3 inches thick as well. Thin slice, you see. About like the same thickness as the mushrooms. See right there as well. I've started to boil the water, so it reduces a lot of time. So the water is basically near boiling. So yeah. So I'm going to cook this in its own fat. Nothing else, just pure pork belly, no flavoring, nothing else. I'm going to try to extract all of it and make the pork belly very crispy. I'm also going to boil up the rice vermicelli, so that the rice vermicelli will be done and onto a plate right here. So this will be boiled up and done, and then yeah, everything else is pretty much in place for now. So I'll come back when those are ready and good to go. All right, and now I'm back. This is kind of a disaster. I was hoping the pork belly would render more fat. Not the case. I actually had to use 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and some water. I was hoping to give the pork belly more time to render the fat using the butter. However, no go. This fat is straight from the butter. This is the butter fat, not the actual pork belly fat. I should have brought actual bacon. So instead of buying pork belly and cutting it up, I should have just brought bacon. It'd be a lot easier, because bacon usually renders, I don't know, like very quickly. This has more muscle than fat, honestly. This cut of pork belly is mostly just, it's like 25% fat, 75% muscle. So it doesn't render as well. See? A bit of fat cap, mostly is just meat. So that's kind of sad, honestly. Also kind of sad is I used more than I expected, as I anticipated. So about half of the rice vermicelli is here. That's about all I need. So I use more than I wanted. This is the other half. So about I guess so probably just one. One of those would have been fine. We're still going to proceed because that's how we are. We are learners. At least I'm the one learning right now. So I'm gonna put the cooked, slightly brown and kind of like I guess glazed pork belly to the side, probably on another plate, and then I'll start to on the mushroom and the garlic, try to get those kind of like fried a little bit, and hopefully the flavor comes out. I'm also going to add a bit of like soy sauce as well. This one actually tastes kind of gross because there's like pork fat, there's butter, which does not really seem to jive very well. Pork fat plus butter is kind of gross, but we'll see how it goes. The umami flavor plus the garlic. The garlic may neutralize the pork fat. We'll see. And then we have the soy sauce here to add a flavor. So let me do all of that, and then I'll come back to you guys when I have something. Okay, now we're back. These are the sauteed slash slightly fried garlic and mushroom. Smells like smells really nice on the soy sauce. If it gets too sticky, just add some water as you cook it. That way it doesn't cling to the pan. That's one way to keep it from sticking to the pan. So it smells really nice from the soy sauce there. The soy sauce definitely helps a lot. And the taste of the mushroom here. Just got a bit of mushroom. Mushroom. Very soft, full of like flavor. The garlic just melts in your mouth. Barely in resistance. It's a really nice. This as is will be great on like white rice. Has a main or side kind of like topping. Great on us. It tastes really nice, yeah. Okay, so this is what we have so far for the bacon quotation mark spring roll. I should have used actual bacon and not pork belly because it's not as crispy as I want it to be, and also the fat didn't render out as much. As I said, I had to use 2 tablespoons of butter because the fat was not coming out of this as much as I wanted to. And yeah, so let's make one spring roll. So how you see, I have one right here on the table. Oops, I want one on the table here. That I should have waited for it. You know what? Let's do a new one because it's kind of sticky and gross. So, I washed the we call it the cooking board earlier. Let me actually just get rid of this. I'll use a different plate. That's a nice angle. I'll see it there. So I'm just gonna get rid of this for now because it kind of like it has a very quick kind of like what do you call it, the wrapping time. So get your dry rice paper. Rinse it on both sides. So on both sides, it's kind of like rinsed. Put it down on whatever you're trying to make it with, and see here. First thing is this lettuce. There we go, lettuce. And then you want to add your other stuff. For example, I'm gonna add some of these noodles here. Noodles, rice vermicelli. A bit more because I made so many. Then I'll add a bit of like my here. I was hoping for more of a sauce, so when I put it down here like this, when I put it on this, it's actually it will actually have some of the bacon fat. Has the bacon fat would like be absorbed by the noodles is what I was imagining. And then you just add in like maybe like a piece or two. Well, actually no, I still have more veggies here, and some cucumber. Add like a piece or two of like the pork belly, which is supposed to be like bacon, but I completely like screwed up. And then to add a bit of like mint freshness, add like 2 basil leaf here, like that. So let me show you what it looks like on the top view here. As you got this. Before the rice paper cools off. So this is what it kind of looks like on top, like that. Like that. All right, so let me quickly wrap this before it kind of like dries too hard and have to like re-rinse it. So, whoop. So you to wrap it, just like move it down into a third. So 1/3 of the way, and then another third of the way. And once you're at the 2/3, you want to start like wrapping it into itself like this. And then you want to like, see, it dries too fast. Put it back in like that. That's kind of roughly how you want to do it. Like 1/3, 2/3. Actually no, like one wrap, 2 wrap, and then just like fold it to itself, and then just finish it off like that. So it's about I guess 1/4, 2/4 wrap it and finish it off like that. So it should look like this basically when all is said and done. Usually we grab this and this. So it looks like a nice screenshot. So it should look like this, yeah. Kind of like a burrito. Depends how tightly you pack it, and how much food you put into it. But that's basically kind of the gist of that, yeah. Look at that. It looks like a monster, honestly. Looks like a monster. So there you go. It's a nice thumbnail. All right, so let's see what it actually tastes like. The moment of truth, right? Does this smell like anything? The rice paper kind of like contains all the smell, for better or worse. And let's just taste it without the actual thing. So let's do. Let me do this. Let me just cut it in half. Cut it in half. Cut it in half. So and then I'll eat half without the sauce, and we'll see what it tastes like. So it tastes pretty good. The pork. See, I'm sorry. I'm gonna move forward on this. The pork fat. The pork fat is kind of like stiff, kind of hard from overcooking. So it's kind of like too hard to eat. The rice noodles taste really good with the mushroom garlic combination. If it was more of a sauce, it would taste even better because the sauce would like flavor the entire noodles, not just like kind of on the surface. So it would be more flavorful that way. This cucumber is a nice crunch. The mint basil leaves kind of refreshes your mouth, and the lettuce gives it a nice kind of cool effect, like nice kind of like watery taste to it afterwards, like bite into an iced lettuce. Mm. Yeah, the pork is way too dry now. Just way too dry and hard to eat. Bacon would have been a lot better, especially crispy bacon. With the sauce, with the sauce here, I think it's just too salty from the fish sauce. If there was like lime here, it would taste really good and refreshing. The lime would complement the lettuce. Anyway, it's not spicy at all. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice though. It wasn't exactly what I wanted. I know, like I definitely want like more of the bacon fat, so I can use that as sauce, and the pork belly is there. But you know what? It's still pretty good as is, honestly. It's still really good. You know, definitely like I definitely don't regret eating this. You know, too lazy. I'm too lazy to dip it in, so I just put it like that. The umami, the mushroom plus the pork has a nice combination. The pork now is kind of like ground, so it's kind of like has a kind of a grounded taste. It goes well with the mushroom there. Yeah. Whoa. One of these is very filling. Oh wow. Yeah, I wish I wish the pork here was not too stiff. It's way too stiff now. Very kind of hard to swallow. Doesn't really go well with the other texture. See, it's like a very stiff, like kind of like a block here. Doesn't really complement the other texture very well. Because the leaves are soft, the mushrooms are soft. However, the pork is like stiff and hard. The noodles are soft, everything else is soft except the pork. So it tastes kind of weird. Let me make another one so you guys can see. And then I'll just like zoom out and call it a day. So, oops, let me just grab another rice paper here. These are very big. These are probably like 1.75 times the regular size. these are like 75% way bigger than usually what you would use traditionally. Just like, again, I was like, yeah, I definitely need a cameraman one day, or a camera woman to help me out. So, you know, paper, your lettuce, throw some of the noodles here. It's very nice. They absorb a lot of flavor to whatever you kind of like put on top of them. Absorb a lot of flavor. Like that. So there. Some of this. Some of that right there. It's funny. And adding the cucumber here. Cucumber. Put a bit more this time. So nice crunch to it. And add in like your pork. That. I'll cut these out of this, so it's like that. Then add in a bit of the basil here. It's kind of like refresh your mouth near the end of the adventure. This is a food tasting adventure. Alright. So one more time, and just zoom in. There we are. Lettuce, noodles, mushroom and garlic, saute, cucumber, pork bits, and then you have the actual basil there. Basil. Alright, so leave that there for a little bit. Come on, don't move. Don't move from there. Yeah, you can tell on the side of the dish there. It's already starting to oh, it's terrible. It's already starting to dry right there. Come on, phone. Cooperate with me. Come on. Oh, a little more, and doesn't want to like stay. Yeah, go stay in place with that. Yeah. That's why you want to use a plate for this. So roll it up 1/3. Roll it up another 1/3. So we're at 2/3 now. You can pack it in. You can pack it in more tight if you want to, and then you want to like you start like wrapping corners. Boom, like this, and just roll up the last 1/3 like that. Boom. So that's what that is. You definitely want to use a plate, otherwise, like oh shoot. Otherwise, it might stick to like the table or something like that. So just do this, and then I'll kind of like zoom out like this. All right. So this is our bacon spring wrap, spring roll. It's honestly, it was kind of a disaster. It's not exactly what I want it to be. However, it still tastes pretty good. So, you know, don't throw it away. Have a good day, everyone.